good morning. My name is Daddy Chris, and I am talking from SRTV London. One day I don't like is normally Monday, but I'm beginning to like Monday because this is the day that, on this special Monday, 11th of March, 2024, is the day that SRTV is complete. Today we are broadcasting from our London studios live, and joining us is Abuja, Edo, and Delta. Guess what? We are expanding, and you're gonna get the best from us here at SRTV. What are we doing this morning? We're reviewing the newspapers and talking on tropical issues affecting the nation, Nigeria in focus. As usual, I want to introduce my guests. These people are shining. Trust me, yesterday was a happy Mother's Day. It started from Women's Day to Mother's Day. So these women are here and they are going to be joining me. If you're not scared of anybody, be scared of these women because they are powerful. I'm going to go on straight. Let you see the kind of faces that is coming from Abuja. Look at those two wonderful women. Hello, look at the smiles.
Good morning,
sir. You guys are ready. I can see that. How are you guys doing?
Well, I will speak for myself. I am fine and hot.
Hot?
Let me speak
what kind of hot? We don't want to know the kind of hot. Huh? Okay. Becky.
I'm fine. I won't say I'm not hot, but I'm okay at least.
You guys look okay. Don't worry. You guys look okay. And I hope Wike look as if Wike is treating you guys very well. Wike is looking at you guys.
Don't know me.
Please, in the name of God, let's start this Monday on a good note.
Not with Wike.
Wike, please don't start with Wike this morning.
You said, don't forget, Princess Blessing. You said the federal capital city is behind you, the secretariat is behind you, and the sound of generator.
Just nearby.
It's deafening to always hear the generator coming from there. So
may God help us.
It's not like things are working there.
All right. Let's see. We will come to that as we delve into the issue today. Now let's quickly go to Edo, the most powerful princess. When I have two princesses in the house, we're covered. Today, Princess Edo, how you doing? I can see you glowing. I like the kind of hair you're putting on. Trust me.
Thank you. We're doing fine in Edo. It's a wonderful day today. The weather is great, and it's a good day.
It's not like Abuja because look like Abuja is burning.
Abuja is hot.
Sincerely.
It is cool. It is cool.
All right. That is cool. So we can see it in you. And I guess the governor, I know Obaseki is doing his best. He's about to leave, but it looks as if Obaseki, I can see the impact of Obaseki in you. Is that right?
Yeah, he's done a lot. He's done a lot. Palliatives. He's doing lots. So when it comes to roads, the rainy season has started. So he's doing a lot in all those trunk roads, those small roads, those paths, tying everything to reduce the effect of flood. He's clearing up drainage even on federal roads. He's doing a lot. He's trying to finish well.
All right. So from what we're hearing, the governor of Edo State is planning on finishing strong. That is the word strong. Let's see how it unfolds. I wasn't a very big fan of him, but Princess has really let us see some things that we don't see because we are not on the ground. And this is the good thing. Most of these governors may be working, we might not know. So we must give them some credit. Otherwise, I keep blaming them. But again, like Princess always say, as you blame, look for alternative. Let's go to Delta State. You know her. She's the one that is the anchor of this show. Where have you been, young lady? We all miss you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning, sir.
Morning. How is Delta?
Very well. Yeah. Thank you. Everywhere the weather is fair and we're up and doing. Thank God for today.
Our land Delta State was very hot yesterday. Look as if it's calm today.
I've not really gone out, so I can't say, but from the ray coming from the window, you could tell that today will be worse. In
terms of temperature,
today will be even worse. Yesterday it was very, very hot. It's been like that for some time now, even with the rains. Once in a while, we're still getting this. I don't know what's happening here, but the weather is not very friendly.
All right. I hope Oboriwori is friendly though, because if the weather is not friendly and Oboriwori is not friendly, then we're in trouble. Is Oboriwori friendly in terms of there's
Yeah,
a crisis,
according,
food
it
crisis.
has always been a debate here amongst the people. We talk about, of course, in every government, it's always like that when you have the people that are for and people that are, of
Yes.
course, against, and it has always been a debate. And I think there's a renowned person that did say, who is even the governor of Delta State. I can't feel anything from the state, but people are saying that it's working. Of course, we've been seeing projects so far from one of the aides. I've been getting a lot of updates as regarding to constructions of roads, lights here and there. So far, so let's just assume that, and of course, there was a debate the other day as well. People are of the opinion that he's still young there. He just came into power not quite long ago, so he should be given time, so we can see the outcome at the end of the day. But in all, I think that he's actually working. Let me believe he's working.
Yeah, okay. You see, Princess, from anyway, Princess want to believe the governor is working because if he's working, we will see. But like you said, it's how many? The governor came into office in May, and we are in a new year. There's no more a young governor, but we'll see. Like we're gonna be careful, but we're just gonna say the truth as it is. If you get into Delta State, the news reaching me is we can't even know whether there is somebody governing the state. We'll come to specify that, but let's see what the newspaper have for us today. It will come to a point when Princess, the young people will take over this show so that the kids can sleep well. It's not good for the old man to wake up very early. This was what Princess was doing while she was here. I hope this will come back so that I can sleep longer. If you guys want, age is not very on my side. I want to warn you guys. All right, let's take a look at what the dailies have for us today. And Princess, you all listen. I have a full house tonight, and I'm excited. This is the best I can ever get. For if you're just joining us, this is SRTV at its best. You can see us. It's a newspaper review this morning. We connected here. I'm here in London. We have Abuja, SRTV Delta Princess, and SRTV Edo Princess. When you have two princesses in the house, we whether have peace or we have war. But today it looks like if we have peace because they are calm, they're intelligent, and they're going to speak the truth. That's what I love about these women. They're intelligent, so they don't just talk. I'm more than them. So we're going to see the best tonight. Let's watch and see how it goes. Let's start with the newspaper review as usual. Where we starting from? I think we should punch it this morning, should we?
Yes, please.
Punch,
Let's
punch,
punch it.
All right.
Okay. So the big story on the punch this morning is schools in 14 states. FCT risks attacks, says FG. Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Katsina, FCT, others affected. 465 pupils, women in kidnappers' den. FG receiving US support to free victims. Presidency alleges sub-regional forces behind kidnappings. Tinubu launches student loan Thursday. Foreign scholars seek inclusion. And that story is on page 40. Only foreign borrowing can save Naira. Clear CBN debts. This coming from EIU. And that story is on
Only
page
foreign
36.
borrowing.
Only foreign borrowing can save Naira. Naira devaluation, fueling massive regional exports. That's coming from the governor. And that story is on page 31.
Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay. Oil earnings rise by 450 billion naira in 2 months, says federal government. And that story is on page 21 of the Punch newspaper. Ogun, please, nab 3 for murder attempts. That story is on page 4. Blackout worsens as hoodlums vandalize transmission line. That story is on page 31. Ramadan begins today. Sultan seeks prayers against insecurity and hardship. These are all the stories we have on the Punch this morning.
Wow. I mean, it's just nice to. I'm a little bit distracted, and I hope you guys could follow. Like I just overheard somebody saying that is it the CBN saying that only foreign borrowing can save our money, and on the other headline, somebody is saying that we've earned so much money from oil over these last 2 months. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So, princess, let's hear from the two princesses. Now they said foreign borrowings is the solution to our problem. Is that true? Let's hear from Edo first.
I don't see how borrowing solves anything. Bible does not encourage his children to borrow. So we lend to nations, we don't borrow. That's my policy. So when you are borrowing to solve a debt, I don't. It's just like fry pan to fire. I don't know where that is. I would call it wisdom, and I wouldn't want to insult my elders, but there's no sense in that word.
And okay, this is not. I thought it's EIU. I don't know where that is coming from. I mean, it's beyond any human understanding that when you are owing a lot of money, you should begin to borrow. Princess, what do you think, Delta? Do you think we can borrow ourselves out of this mess? That's the language I want to use here.
In the first place, borrowing actually, kept us where we are now. And then when we keep borrowing, like she said,
Mm,
it is going to be disastrous at the end of the day. We're already at that edge where, you keep borrowing. What are they doing with these funds in question? That is the question we should be asking. You
mm,
borrow to pay salaries. You borrow to run a nation, and then what is the income at the end of the day? I think borrowing will not even solve any problem right now. We borrow to clear CBN debt, and then what happens? And then we're still in that place. And I don't think this is going to be, uh, the solution to the problems we have right now. We've been borrowing for too long, in fact. And I don't think at this point we should look away from that. Remember that when the subsidy was actually removed, there were a lot of experts that did applaud that move, saying that at the end of the day we can now, that will help us as a nation as well, to save instead of keep wasting money and all that. But at the end of the day, where are these monies? Where are they going to? We have a bachelor as well, a lot of resources here and there, but nobody's giving accounts of these things. And then what they do is you borrow and then you leave for another government to come and start, struggling again. So borrowing is never it for me as well.
thank you. In fact, there's no. I don't think there's anywhere in the world where you borrow yourself out of mess. If the borrowing, let me use the word here, if borrowing is only important if and only if it is going to be used for production. Let me put it that way. You understand? If we are borrowing money to produce, meaning the money will multiply. But as it is, we borrow money to pay salaries, to spend, and I don't understand any government that is doing that. It's really burying the children. And I think it has come to a point where the young people will say, "This is our future. You are messing with, sir." You've been like you rightly said. You borrow money. That's what got us here. And now you're saying that the only thing that's going to take us out of this is more borrowing. May God help us. But like Princess already lightly mentioned, this is my concern. There was oil subsidy supping this nation. We removed it. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Where is the money? Now, I think on the headlines, Blessing, am I right? I was trying to look at the particular headline where you said oil income has doubled in the past 2 months. I
Oil
was
earnings rise by 450 billion naira in 2 months.
450 billion in 2 months. That's just for 2 months. That's how much it went up. And this is what we're saying. So where is this money? Why are we borrowing? What are we borrowing for? Funny enough, Princess, I had to share these things with you guys this morning. And I think it should be the topic of our discussion at the end of the day. There's this guy who's coming up with a strategy to produce rice to feed Nigeria. I'll bring in him on SRTV very soon. His package is so simple. He has been able to put over 20,000 farmers in his cooperative. Now, all the people need is just about 750,000 naira loan for each of them to grow rice. And within 6 months, we'll have too much rice in Nigeria we'll be selling. It's a simple technique. Something the government could have done better. A private individual is coming up with this. And I want us to see this. He came up with this, and it's only asking that if we can give these people 750,000 naira per acres. And guess what? He's not just talking from nowhere. He currently, before now, they spent 14 years on this. They sent over about 100 Nigerians to Malaysia to study from first degree to PhD on rice production. And that is a private individual intentionally exploring a particular aspect of the Nigerian economy. And today he's talking with a lot of confidence that he can get this done. And here we see our presidency or our government telling us that we're going to borrow ourselves out of money. Borrow the money to do what? To produce the rice, or what are we going to do with it? In fact, the question I ask is, the 450 billion they're talking about, what this guy is even asking for is not even up to that. To grow rice, which will save us out of hunger. So our problem is not as difficult. Maybe it's me thinking like a layman. Maybe the economists will tell us how this is much more different, because it's beyond my reasoning. My former principal, of better memory, will say, I reason why I cannot tell how we can be coming to this level. But let's just look at the central message here, really. Schools in 14 states. This attack, says the federal government. Can you hear that? So they're coming to pick our guests again. Is that what they're saying? Because this way they only go to the girls' school. They want to carry more women.
And you can see that 465 pupils and women are already in kidnappers' den as we speak.
465.
That is the one we officially know. That is the one the government is telling us.
Yes.
May God help us.
We spoke extensively about this insecurity issues on Saturday.
Yes.
And it is still staring us in our faces this morning. All we can say is that the federal government should look into it and stop talking. They should take action. Now they are receiving US support to free victims. I think this is somebody has opened an office to eat.
Yes.
Yes.
They're going to supply us accommodation.
An office has been opened already. Someone is going to buy a car, build a house, because people have been abducted.
And there will be negotiators. On Saturday, I think we heard in Kaduna, government employing people to negotiate for them.
Negotiate. Right? The federal government, the government negotiating with criminals. Where are these people? Why can't they be tracked?
And like you said, they said they're going to get America to help us. America have all this track. They can see people from above. Where are these people hidden that Nigeria cannot trace them?
America has their own problem. They should leave America alone. America has their own problem, and America only, without apology, they profit from where there's chaos. We have lots of mineral resources. How can they get it when we don't have chaos? If we are united, we will mine our things and we'll get development. But when we are fighting each other, when there's chaos, they will come and offer us bread, and from underneath
they take our oil and our minerals.
That's what they do.
In fact, Princess, what Princess is saying, I'll be happy. I'll be bringing the president of women in mining in Nigeria. And she made a comment as I was having that discussion with the lady. She said, I should look at the areas where there are crises in Nigeria.
Yes.
Those are the places where you find solid, unique minerals.
True.
Go to Zamfara where you have all these minerals. There's always crisis. Are you saying?
Allegedly, I heard that has not been confirmed. I heard that there's a lot of gold in Sambisa forest.
I don't think that is secret anymore, young woman. And are we pretending that it's not real? We cannot. I hate to even blame America for our problem now, but we do know that if they want to help us, if America want to help us, if the West want to help us, they can use their drone, to get these guys down. Look at what was happening during this crisis now in uh, in the Middle East. Those guys going there to trap those people stopping ship on the way. Americans and Britain, they are attacking them right straight on. So we cannot attack the ones within Nigeria. Besides, the ones in Nigeria are not even that sophisticated. Who are they that we cannot really bring down? It's still beyond my understanding. I pray that God give us the strength to deal with this. Princess, in terms of security, I know you were not here with us last Saturday. What do you think can be the solution to this, our security? And it looks as if they are targeting our young girls. Because these guys, they targeting schools. The schools are where they go to only female schools. There's an attack on our women. And yesterday was Mother's Day. Is it the kind of mothers, is this how we're going to prepare our mothers of tomorrow?
It's only, I was just, wondering yesterday as well that, we are not supposed, as a nation, we're not supposed to be celebrating Women's Day or Mother's Day because the nation has failed the women, talking about young girls. Uh, Looking just say on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we've heard so much about kidnapping, adoptions here and there from different schools. And now the report is saying that schools in 14 states, FCT, risk attacks. Now it's even more worrisome that we are not looking FCT, nobody is safe. Before now, we saw the rates of one chance at the suburb area, Buari, Abaji, and all that. People are not safe, and now they're even gradually moving into the city center. And it's even more worrisome that we have, an active government in that place, and we're seeing all this. And I saw a lot of reactions as regarding the kidnappings the other day, and the Cardinal government, like Princess was saying, that they were, uh, you know, meeting with private people, to investigate and all that, to do whatever. But I think the governor actually denied that. It was on the news that he denied that he's not even trying to make such move. But regardless, we've seen that even federal government over time has always, met with Gumi to intercede for them, to be a middleman. A government using an individual to be a middleman between a government and the kidnappers. It's worrisome. And I've always said that I don't know why people are still going to schools in some parts of the countries. I know it's sandy somehow, but I don't think it's wise for us to allow the vulnerable young people. These are the future leaders to, most time we saw that even Chibok girls up till now, we've not seen the end of that, and then we keep seeing more by the day. The government is not active. Princess did say America should leave us alone. No, Princess, they cannot leave us alone because we are not one, or there is no unity in the nation. But
Ah,
It's not a matter of unity. It's not a matter of. First of all, what I'm saying is we are not daft. We have intelligent people here. We have security experts here. We know our problems. Our problems we can solve. It's not compulsory that we have to look for foreign aids all the time. Nobody's Father Christmas. Let's be very real. Nobody's Father Christmas. By the time they come into your country, they have their own problems, but yet they're interested in other people's country.
you
When
know
they come
why?
into
Because our leaders, they don't know what they are doing, Princess. You cannot say they should leave you alone when you are not even capable of putting your houses in order. Have you noticed that over the news you've seen that Even those in IDP camps, they are being kidnapped from IDP camps. Are you aware?
It
from the
happened.
camp.
Okay,
It's
you're right.
it's
You're
it's
right.
it's not even funny
Your
because we look at
What?
your point is valid. It's very
They
valid.
kidnapped them from the IDP
people
camp.
who are being displaced from their ancestral homes, and then they don't have
Yeah.
anywhere to go. At the
You
end
know,
of the day, even at the IDP camps, they are not safe as well. Even you that is speaking right now, nobody is safe in the country, and that is
I'm saying,
the issue of
yeah,
the day.
I'm really saying. Your point is well made. You're right.
Yeah, but I still want to agree though with Princess, because if America want to help, if they don't want to help us, then stay away. If you want to help us, don't come with two lips. Say it and do it. You understand? They can. They have some more sophisticated technology. If Nigerian government say they don't have it, like Princess said, the truth is we can solve our security problem. Like I said before, it's a local issue. These kidnappers are not that sophisticated. If the money we pour on security votes are actually used to recruit vigilantes, we will be safe. If the money only governor security alone is enough to secure Nigeria. But if the money goes into the pockets of politicians and they pretend that they're securing us, and our kids are now being prone to attack, in the midst of all this, 14 schools risk of being attacked, when today, at the end of this month, over, if I calculate the 36 states, over, I know a minimum of 100 billion goes to the pockets of our governors as security votes.
Daddy Chris, you are very correct. Yeah, apart from the schools, it's not even when Princess was like, so maybe some people should not go to schools in some areas. I know she's saying that because of the amount of
Yes.
kidnappings from schools. But the thing is that it's not only schools that they are being kidnapped. If they don't go to school, they will kidnap them in their homes. That's just how it is. They
Exactly what
will
I said,
kidnap.
Princess.
No,
So
Exactly
even
what
my
I
if
said.
point,
it's
Even
to be
those
delivered,
are
my
the
we
point
must
IDP
fight our
camps.
ground for them.
It's not an issue of argument that hasn't gotten there. We are just stating opinions. My point is that America
Yes.
is everywhere, in every country that seems to have crisis, and in all those other countries we have not seen a definite stop. That's my point. Nigeria is a country
Yes,
full
I
of
hear you.
billions and millions of smart people, right? I will not say what I don't know. I will use my own place as case study. And we've seen so many communities where we enjoy peace. America is not there. We know where the problems are coming from, and then we'll solve it. As big as we tend to put it on the headlines, it is all a culmination of different local problems coming up to now become one big headline. If at our local level, as Daddy Chris is always saying, the security vote is channeled towards local security, empowering those who are in charge of security locally, I think the big headlines of kidnaps will be reduced. Once upon a time in Onwa here in Edo State, teachers in the outskirts, they were not safe. They kidnap teachers, they kidnap students, but today it's not so. Vigilantes are active in Auchi speaking area. It's at the extreme of Edo. It's not so anymore. It has reduced. What I'm saying is that if we sit down, this is no longer the era of slave trade. If we sit
Yes.
down and decide that we are a people, we have money that we are sharing. The governor has money for security vote, and the priest keeps saying it. I'm not saying that we know it all, and I'm not saying America does not have any any advice to give us. But when they give us the advice, let us implement it ourselves. We are the
Yes.
one being suffering. We are the ones suffering. We are the ones being kidnapped. And we know the people, they are not ghosts. We know where they stay. We know they are in the bush. We know they are somewhere. And we have a very strong military. Let's not run them down. Our police they are not pushover. Our vigilantes are very tough. If America wants to come and advise us, they are welcome. But it is we that will still go into the bushes and solve our problem. My point is that we are a sovereign state. If you want to give us any advice, you're welcome. We can solve our problems. We can. I'm not
Yes.
saying, but if we invite foreign people down to Nigeria, Of course, they are not Father Christmas. Let us be real. They
They
are
want
not
something
Father
back.
Christmas. When they come, they will get something back. For every age they give, they get something back. Let us not start going to start dig up all
Princess,
those.
the issue is this, right? Princess, the issue is
It's my
this.
opinion.
America
It's my
is not the
opinion.
problem you
And
have.
it's
You are
personal.
your own
And
problem. The state is the problem. Nigeria is the problem. It's not America that is the problem. If we do
Yes.
not have problem that we are not
My
even
opinion
capable of
is
solving at
personal
this
to me.
21st
It
century,
need not get
America will
heated
not
or
come and offer you help. They can only come and offer you a help when you are not able to solve these issues. You keep saying that
well.
it's something we can solve, but we have been here, Princess. Let's face it. The children are
But
suffering, people are
Well,
yes.
suffering,
the
and then
headline,
But
you can't
the
keep
Princess,
saying
headline,
that
the headline is their
they should
opinion.
not come.
It's their opinion of the
Yes, I know.
situation, and
Yes,
it's on the
I know that's
headline.
your opinion, but we're going to face the truth here.
Yeah,
If they want
I
to
shouldn't be crucified for my opinion.
no, no, you're
My
not being
opinion.
crucified. And I
Yeah,
think, no, I think
yeah.
you are saying the same thing.
the
What you
truth
say
is
here
that
is really the same.
for Princess, can you hear me?
Yes.
Princess, can you hear me?
I
Hello.
think you can. Yeah. You can hear each other. We can hear you. Go on, Princess. Data.
Princess, can you hear me? The issue is this. You're saying that we have so many natural resources, we have this, we have that. Even you as a local, for instance, are you benefiting from these things? That is a question I want to put through to you.
Yes.
Have you benefited from it? As a local, as an
Yes.
indigenous of a state, are you benefiting from these natural resources?
Yes.
These things have been siphoned by a group of people. Your leaders, they will not even allow the common man to have access to these things. Even your own father's land, for instance, we've seen cases here. We've seen cases here where I'm from, where places with oil, and these people will come and evacuate the indigents from their ancestral homes and lands. And at the end of the day, nothing, no compensation, nothing is being done. And of course,
No, but
It is
okay.
relative. It is relative to places.
Yes.
Nigeria is very, very vast,
Let
and
me.
we have
I think we are saying the same
issues
thing
that
here.
are relative to different places. That's why
No,
I always say case study of my place. I always say case study of my place. When I want to say
exactly.
something down
Yes.
to security, I do not look at it at large. I always
Yeah.
say case study of my place, case study of my place. So where it comes to land, where it comes to natural resources, where it comes to so many things, I will always say case study of my place. I cannot use Kaduna or Abuja because I cannot back it up with facts. So
Yes.
where I know what I know is what I say.
And
So
listen,
I
I
think we've
think
even
we're
spent like
saying the same thing.
33 minutes on the phone.
I think we're saying the same thing here. The truth is,
Yes,
we are
sir.
incapable. We not that it's not as if we don't have the potential, but we've not been able to use our potential to solve our security problems. And now,
sir, we
You're
have
right.
been able. There are intelligent people, like she said, but your leaders will not allow it. People are sitting upon it because they're
so
actually making
it comes down to
perpetual.
the same thing, Princess. It
Yes,
comes down
but
to
what
the
I'm
same thing.
saying is that even America coming is not the issue. We they allow them to do whatever any help they have to render, knowing fully well that these.
If America want to, Princess, they don't have to wait for them to want to, because this insecurity of Nigeria is going to affect them one way or the other. We are talking of a global challenge here. Terrorism grown. If you bring terrorism in Nigeria, it's going to come out. We have cases where Nigerian young boy was caught in the plane trying to blow up. This is not, it's unprecedented. So if
No, sir.
terrorism
Let's
is
let's let's
encouraged
let's
anywhere,
look at it from this way. Let's remember that the militancy in Niger Delta actually emerged from the fact that people are being displaced from their ancestral homes, knowing fully
yes.
well, okay, because they have a certain oil. These people just come evacuate them without proper compensation or adequate compensation. And at the end of the day, these people were angry. They had to revolt. Now, this is the issue. The leaders already know that they are benefiting from whatever it is they are, especially in the northern parts of the country where insecurity is very high there. They know very well that they are benefiting. And so anybody that is even coming trying to say, I can help, I have the solution. We have experts, intelligent people, like she said. They've been coming to offer, advice what can be done. But at the end of the day, your leaders will not even allow that. That
Okay,
is
yeah,
what I'm saying.
I can see your argument. I can see your argument. I think we're all making the same point here. You understand? The blame goes to the leadership, and that is what Chinua Achebe said. That the problem of Africa is squarely and it's only the issue of leadership, and they cannot escape that because a leader is supposed to be the servant of the people. Jesus Christ have to die for us. That's how leadership.
Pastor.
Yes, so I never start to. That, of course, if you see what Muhammad
Pastor
did, they died.
Darwin.
They made a lot of sacrifice for us. That's my church is called Church of Sacrifice. Anyway, we're not going to that today. but truth be told, truth be told, I think we are saying the same thing. Our leaders are guilty here. They have potential. The ideas are there. If they could release money for security votes for themselves, if they could assign policemen to themselves and they leave us on the street, they cannot say they don't know what to do. What is he doing with all those number of policemen? A senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have a minimum of 8 policemen.
Not just the senators, sir, even the religious leaders, they are the problems we have as well. I'm a Christian, but the truth is bitter.
Yes.
Not just the politicians we have, at the elites of the society.
They cut my throat off here when I talk about them. Because
No,
I don't
that
see,
is the truth.
Finally, you have someone at your side.
in fact, thank God, because it makes no sense. A religious man will tell you, the pastor will tell you to pray for you, that nothing will touch you. But as he's coming out, he has security men with guns.
Do you know, sir? Just yesterday on my way out, driving out of our house, I noticed that because they've been campaigning my streets. We have this very big Mountain of Fire church where they just completed the building, completed it. So they wanted to dedicate the church, and they said the founder is actually coming to town, to my place, my streets. And yesterday on my way out, I noticed that he was already coming out. He went in maybe to dedicate just like 10-15 minutes, and he was coming out, and I was already out of my gates on the street, a third road. And the next thing, security came that I should hold on. He wants to pass. I said, I don't understand. This is actually a main road. This is not your church, sir. And he said they are coming on a converse, so I will have to wait. I said, I can't wait. You have your side of the road. I have my side of the road. So let's just do our thing. And but when I saw the speed at which they were coming, it's not something that you even want to risk your life. The security people that were following this said founder of that church were over 100, sir. And this is a live show. We have more than like 10 Siennas packed full with the police, all security people. The convoy, the cars were over. My sister-in-law was actually counting, and at some point we had to, because everybody was shouting. People were running out of the road. All the bikes, the keke, everybody was just clearing. But at that point, nobody knew what could happen next. The speed at which they were actually coming. And then I saw my family doctor. I had to ask her that, these are the issues, ma'am. Tomorrow you come to the house, you start preaching to me, and at the end of the day, I should bring my money for your tithes. This is what you people do with our tithes. Look at the level of security for one person. And then we've been seeing kidnappings here and there. Nobody actually cares. That is the issue. We have the elites, we have the religious leaders, we have the politicians, and they are actually our problems. I do not talk about the problems without mentioning religious leaders and, of course, our political leaders.
Thank you. And nobody can say it. And that's why I said before, Princess, we have only two kind of people in Nigeria. We don't have Muslims, we don't have Christians. We don't have Hausa, we don't have Yoruba, we don't have the North and the South. We only have the rich and the poor. The rich speaks one kind of language. We, the poor, we speak another kind of language. Why the rich talks about sending their children abroad to study, our own are the one going to this school and getting kidnapped. Fact. It's the only children of poor people that are facing this problem we're seeing now. A rich man, do you think governor's daughter is going to that school? These 14 schools we are talking about now. Is the governor's daughter there? So what is his problem? So let us be sincere, and this is a fact. We have a problem. The religious leader, in fact, it makes no sense if you call yourself a man of God to be, in fact, to have all this load of security men. Who be you? Now, so Jesus Christ waka. In fact, you guys get me confused. Anyway, we'll talk about that another day. Let's leave the religious guys because, in fact, I saw one flyer on my Facebook, one little poster. Oh, if you see the stomach of all the religious leaders, the big part of that of the politicians. No, it's not. Maybe it's me alone that is observing it. Make you to see their belly. You know, now only people when they way that their belly they fat. I don't say princess of Edo go cut my throat. Let us go to the next newspaper because it's like we are staying too long on punch. Can we see the next paper, please? So that peace go reign for this house. Let's go.
Okay,
Why the next paper?
I'll be taking the Nigeria Tribune.
Tribune.
Yes, Tribune. The big story there says alleged budget padding. Lawmakers set for stormy session. Senate Appropriation Committee meets keeps mob. And presidency says Tinubu presented 27 trillion naira budget, not 25 trillion naira. And that story is on page 5. We have flooding. Lagos government begins enforcement of drainage rights of way, and that's on page 30. Beavers can't be used for Oyo local government pool, OISEC, on page 8. And we have NDLEA arrests two grandpas, uncovers illicit drug consignment in commercial bus engine. That's on page 26. We have why Naira remains under intense pressure. That's a report found on page 13. Another one says Benway APC crisis gets messier. Two chairmen emerge on page 22. We are authentic stakeholders in Ekiti PDP, Fayose Group, page 23. Then we have Ondo 2024, disquiet in PDP, APC over governorship primaries. Tinubu to meet stakeholders in April as Aidatiwa Ibrahim intensify lobbying. Customs must compensate families of Lagos Stampede victims. Falana on page 8 wants further distribution done through local governments. Heirs holding to lead Africa's digital evolution launches Heirs technology on page 6. That's all the news we have on Nigeria Tribune this morning.
Uh, I will leave this to everybody. Falama is always going to make trouble. That crisis, Falama is been crying, he's been shouting. So no, I don't think we should. He has rang his bell. He's good at that. But then when APC crisis get messier, two shaman emerge. This is we are looking at a very local level politics now. This Benue woman is here. I didn't want to go to the state because the state I wanted to stay with her, I will be staying with Princess. But because I know we're going to hear Edo soon. Anything that happens, I will not hear Edo and Ondo. We are sleeping. But let us listen to. Look as if your people now not be herdsmen come. The Benue people, and they get double chairman for that place. This is why herdsmen can infiltrate the area. Like what Princess said, if we are together, people cannot infiltrate us. They cannot. You understand? Look at it now. You want to get an election, Princess gave us an analysis when what she observed while she was serving. That in Jos, that the problem was actually local government. That it was a local government issue. You are not from here. You cannot contest from here. It became a religious issue. So anything that comes from that place, we're gonna say it's herdsmen. But this one is two chairmen. But sometimes if they're scaling, I will say it's herdsmen. What is going on, madam? We want to hear from Benway. Are you people that divided too? What are you dragging?
Yeah. Politics has always, I think, division in politics is a natural thing in Nigeria. So it's not like the one
it's not only in Benway. And tell us now, it's not only in Benway, it's everywhere. I agree.
It's natural. The people are fighting in Edo, they are fighting in Benue over this political things here and there. I
Yes.
think this shouldn't be what we'll be talking about in Benue. People are dying in their farms. There are people at IDP camps. What is our own right now with two chairmen? Really?
Mm.
So me, I feel this is no news. What I want to hear is what is the governor doing about the killings in the bush? What is he doing about those at the IDP camp? That is news for me. This is not news at all.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I know I just that was a nice digression, but I think one thing that is important here is I always want us to look at what these lawmakers are doing. Look at it. President says presidency says Tinubu presented 27 trillion budget, not 25 trillion. Is there any discrepancy in it? I think we saw 27 billion, a trillion. I know it was the lawmaker that added. Tinubu presented 1.26 or something, and they added their own. It became 27 trillion. That's what they must have passed now. And that money is going on. And you see, this is the question Nigeria should be asking. We have a budget of 27 trillion. What is it going to be used for? Are we going into production with it? And again, this is the truth. Tinubu government is they think as if sometimes people like us are just attacking them, we're just fighting them. The question we ask is what is the level of productivity in this government? That is Tinubu himself. And then the states, and then the local government. If Nigerians will go into productivity, if we can say, let us begin to produce things, which is simple. I come with analysis today of how a young man, a single person, have intentionally sent people abroad to learn rice. Only rice is his expertise. And it's now, he has put up 220,000 farmers. And if each of these one will produce a particular quantity of rice, within the next 6 months, we'll have enough rice in Nigeria. That is his that is own analysis. If he can do that, what is the government? Which government have a man to tell us that we cannot survive? Like what people say. We can survive. We have the potential to survive. We have the people to actually survive. It is the government. You see where the two presidents agreed. President say we have them, they are here. Yes, but it's our government that is actually not making things to happen. I don't want to talk about what I've been going through in Delta State. I have a young man in Delta State. Let me give this story here. Who came up with the Delta State Industrial Development Master Plan. If you watch the presentation, it's amazing. Guess what? We have been able to secure somebody from Delta State with the money. It's not looking, it's in America. It's a man from Delta State. He has the cash. He's only saying that for him to bring his money, he wants to see the government buy in. He doesn't want to bring his money and put it in the bin. Do you know we've been trying to get the government of Delta State to sign it? It's not their money because they don't even have the money we're talking about. Who is to be blamed here? I want to bring the same matter to the same two princes. Because if we say, Tinubu is talking about the trillion they're going to spend, which is annoying. But come to these things now. The government, I'm a living witness of this and I'm working on it. And the Delta State government can take me to anywhere. I will tell them exactly what it is. I have a couple of meetings with the Commissioner of Trade and Investment in Delta State, a group meeting with these investors. They have the cash to bring the money in. And the man is actually, it's not even a white person, it's not America. It's a Deltan. He has the resources to make this work. The idea has been cultivated. He is interested. We now want the Delta State government to just say, we want to do this, this is what we need to do, this is how we will provide this. They are dragging foot. Who is responsible for our problem? Let's start from Delta this time.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, you can
Yeah,
hear
we can.
Yes. So I said, I want to hear from you. Let's start from you. Who is responsible for our problem? Using this small case analysis, I gave only two stories in this show today: the rice person and the Delta State Industrial Development Plan. Each of these cases, what we need from the government is not even up to. It's not half of the money they just got in the last 2 months. Extra money they got from oil in the last 2 months to make it work. And yet, They could give 1 billion naira for people to sit on the round table to discuss why labor should not go on strike. $1 billion for a cup of tea to have that table discussion. Yeah, we don't have this small money, this small amount of money to grow rice. And I said, who is responsible for our problem? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Princess said we have the right people, we have the power, we have the capability. Now we are not putting it to work. My own experience says that the government of Delta State, number one, refused to buy into a project that would have changed lives. Is it true that in America there's a problem? Is it we or is it the government? That's my question. And I want to.
I've said it before, sir. America is not our problem. We are our problem. We, the people. And for instance, just before I move forward, my colleague in Abuja, you did say that Benue State, well, this is not news. It's actually a news because there's a saying that when two elephants fight, the grass suffers. And then in a community or a state where you have APC crisis get messier as two chairman emerges, now, this is something that at the end of the day, you will see that if not properly handled, the next thing is gunshot, is killings, and the people will suffer because innocent people will be caught in this as well. Now, moving forward, Daddy Chris, to your question, we already know our problems. And that is why I was trying to tell my colleague Princess that it's not about America. They are not, I don't think, I know that's our opinion, but they are not our problem. We are the problem. We know very well. For instance, I used to say, I don't know what's wrong with these political leaders. They come in with, when they are campaigning, we hear everything. And sometimes, I've always belonged to the school of thought that talk is cheap, and so I do not buy talk. They come, they tell you the things they know they won't be able to do. I don't know if it's the seat that is overwhelming, if it's something in that office that we do not understand. But we on this show some time ago while I was in London, we saw where we had a guest that did say now in their agencies, they already know that this is what they are supposed to do. And each time they try to bring that to the permanent secretary, it becomes a problem to them that we even bring up that issue. And then they were not finding way, to lay off these people. And so these people know what is actually right. They know what to do, but they don't want to do it for one reason or the other. Are you trying to tell me that we have securities, we have the service ships, and at the end of the day, up to you now? I remember when Burotai came into power, everybody was saying, "Oh, the man has energy; he can jump from Asokoro to Kubwa and come back." And then they feel like even during President Buhari regime, a lot of people did actually voted for him because he was, ex, general and all that. So they thought that he's going to bring this into on board as well to curb insecurity. And at the end of the day, what happened? We saw that it was even worse. And so it's the same thing. They know what to do. Delta State government, for instance, knows what to do with this young man. This is a fantastic plan. And this is something that, when you come to Delta State, I sometimes I drive around and move around, you don't see industries, you don't see companies, you don't see anything. I can only see keke everywhere being, young people, graduates. And then we have a government. These are the issues, sir. They know what to do. Government know what to do. Even sometimes you see experts coming in to say, "I think this will be better." The time Buhari was we're having this, economic meltdown. They were experts. They came with the idea of, okay, please, we should go and bring Ugonzi Uwela
Yes.
to come and help us. We need ideas. We need, we just need her on our side. But what did the government do? Nothing about it. And so, sir, when you say who is the problem, we are the problem. The government is the problem because me and you will know what is right. We already know what is right. I did tell you that the government, our politicians, they go abroad, they see what's happening there. I did say it here that why is it that they can't bring these ideas home? And then you go to the hospitals, you won't even be able to stand there for 5 minutes. The smell and all that. If you go to general hospitals here, and then these people travel abroad for medicals, they see everything. Why is it that they can't bring it here? Now we're talking about 27 trillion naira. What are they doing? It's not even the padding that is my problem. Of course, we've been seeing issues of padding over the years. But what is going to be the outcome when this money is actually released? We talk about trillions of naira. What are they doing with this money? And then we're still talking about borrowing at the same time. It's pathetic, sir.
And that brings us to this very difficult one. And I really want you guys to listen. As I was interviewing, I'm going to bring the guy on the show very soon. He gave me a very simple thing. I want to challenge those from the East. And this Enugu woman is here. Becky, you're from Enugu, right?
Jackie,
Yes.
yes.
He said, maybe this is what he said, and I think anybody can go and find out. That the land in Niger State, if you put the 5 states, Abia, Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, and Imo, if you put them together, they will all fit into Niger State. Meaning Niger State is bigger than the whole of the eastern region. Niger State. In fact, we need to bring that boy back down and beat him well. They have a very young, fine governor. People in Niger State are going to bed hungry. I'm talking of land. If you can drive Niger State for 4 hours, no, you see nothing.
That's true.
Okay. And yet these people could not cultivate their land. Blame America. Blame all this. Princess Edo. Who should we hold responsible for this?
The problem is multifaceted. Let me take you back to where we started from. You said you are going to be on a round table with a commissioner in Delta State. Somebody has some money. Yeah, somebody has some money that he wants to bring in and all that. Yes. I think whenever we're going to the negotiation table, we should go with the fact that there's an office that you are going to meet, the commissioner in the office, and there's a human being. That commissioner is also a human being. You know, I don't think there are some things I should be saying. It's negotiation. You know, there's an art of negotiation, you know. And this same thing that you have said, I have also been privy to it in Edo. That should be at the beginning of Governor Obaseki's tenure, his first Alauda summit. Somebody came with a power sector solution before this Osiomo was already on ground anyway, but it had not started working. Now, the person did try, we did try, connect him to 1 or 2 so that he could meet with the governor one-on-one. But they already had a pilot. Let's not be greedy here. The whole state is not in somebody's pocket. They already have a pilot. And if you are a businessman, is it compulsory? If you have your money, there's a way you can do it. There are other tiers of government that you could partner with. The land on its own is not government that owns all the land. Yes, there are government reserves. You know, personally, I have a piece where we intend to put a game resort, intend to put lots of stuff and all that. It is not a government thing. I have now come to understand that there are different tiers of government. Those many vast lands that you are saying in Niger State, I will not speak authoritatively because I always say what I know and case study of what I know. Those vast lands that you meet there, if you could go from the grassroots, not from the top bottom, it's bully, go from the bottom up, meet the actual owners of the land. If it is not a government reserve, partner with them. Then it will be easy for you to now go and meet the government that we have this, we want to do this. You get it. And we have our money. We just need you to give us an endorsement. And that's how it is. Okay, it's not farming, I know. Take SRTV talent hunt here in Edo State. We need government support. We ain't begging them for a dime. But we need them to be with us. We need them to sit there where we are doing and when we are doing our things. We need them around. Now, we're begging for their money. But what we do is that we give them something that they can relate with. If I'm going to Ministry for Communication, I give him what he can relate with. When I'm talking to my honorable at Ministry for Arts and Culture, I give her something she can relate to. I don't speak the same language, but what I do is I pass the same message. So what I'm trying to say is that we should not just sit down and be blaming governor. Governor self won't go there, go collect something. No one go starve at the end of the day. But there's a way you will speak with the person. There's a way you will assess. That's why you have an assessment team. We don't just go in headlong like it's a bull to bull. That's what you will meet. You need to go from down up. Sometimes you need to know the person that winds that button. It probably may not even be the governor or the commissioner. It could be one old man somewhere. No, there's what they call community entry. In business, there's a point of entry. You understand? Yeah, we have problems. We have everywhere. Know the owners of those places. When you have all those things down, then you go to your negotiation table. Most of the time, these negotiations are settled in the night. You know, if you know what I'm saying, guy. Yeah, man, I know. It's settled in the night. Then you come in the morning, go to the round table, and then we move forward. So what I'm saying is, we have issues, yes, but there's when the issue, if you really want to get it solved, if the money is there, if the person does not know, you should come and call me. You pay me, let me come and help you to fix it. If he already has the money to do the job, then we will know how to infiltrate.
We'll call you. We'll call you this one. We'll call you.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm good. Then we will get it done and we'll get to the round table. You understand? So there are different problems and different ways to solve it. You understand?
Yes.
You know, there are different ways to solve it. I'm not saying we don't have a problem.
Yes,
we have problem, but we have.
I know what you mean. Maybe what we were expecting is we expect the government to just jump at it because this is a very good thing for the country. It doesn't work like that. I hear what you're saying. Maybe I will talk to my people to say there is one powerful princess in Edo. We need her to help us. But the truth being said, when you have there are some way people that present matters. They penetrate places, and we definitely we do need that. Because for some reason, I've been trying to get the governor to just sit down with this guy in the US, because that was my problem. You know, so I want the governor to have a one-on-one meeting with the guy with the money. You know, they wouldn't even they were blocking me, and I said, "What's your own? You don't have money. Let these two people meet. When they finish, everything that will come to us will come to us."
Don't worry now. Just call me. Just call me. We'll fix it.
We know what to do. And listen, I think they are hearing me. They do watch our show. Don't worry. They will watch this, and I can tell you, no, the studio has been very warm. We've been doing the right thing. I'm going to go on a quick break. When we come back, the newspaper review continues. Do not go away. Stay right there. Don't touch the button.
At SRTV Film Academy, our students are not just learners. Through our comprehensive programs and hand-on trainings, they are transformed into confident and skilled professionals ready to face the world of filmmaking and journalism. We offer a range of courses from film acting to cinematography, costume and makeup design, special effects, script writing, directing, and lots more. Take the first step to unleashing your potentials on the big screen. Do well to register with us today. Remember, there is always a professional way to doing everything. Acting is my true passion. I can't wait to dive into the beautiful world of character interpretations. The ability to step into someone else's shoes, feel what they feel, bring their stories to life is an exhilarating experience for me. SRTV Film Academy has a comprehensive curriculum that will help me refine my acting skills, explore different acting techniques, and of course, help me find my unique voice as an actor. I am so ready to take on any role, embrace any challenge, and make my impact in the world of film.
Cinematography has always fascinated me, and I am thrilled to be able to hone my skill at SRTV Film Academy, and I can already envision myself behind camera capturing electrifying, breathtaking shots that will leave the audience in awe. Yeah, for real.
Being a part of SRTV Film Academy means I get to take my love for makeup to a whole new level. Special effects makeup is like magic, I tell you. Allow me to create scars, wounds, and fantastic creatures. You know, I can't wait to learn to use the art of protesting to create imaginary world. And all hands on deck and guidance from professionals at SRTV Film Academy will help refine my skill and turn my passion into a career. I'm eager to unleash my creativity and make a lasting impression in the world of film and television.
As someone who is passionate about reporting and journalism, I am more than thrilled to be part of this prestigious academy. I can't wait to learn how to effectively communicate or engage with viewers through reporting and storytelling.
SRTV Film Academy Abuja, enroll today!
We're gonna shoot you! We're gonna shoot you!
All right, welcome back. We don't have a lot of time to listen to all that the SRTV Film Academy have to say. I think the message is passed. We're still on the newspaper review, and we hear that Chris is here from London. There are two princes, Edo and Delta. We used to be Midwest, now they split, so we have Edo. It was Bender, then Del, Benin, Edo and Delta. They are here, and you can see the two women. They are able, they're strong, from a strong background. And then we have the young ladies from Abuja. They are there flying. It's a good day. What we're doing, we're reviewing the newspaper. Still on it. I want us to take a look at the next paper because we don't have a lot of time. The show ends in the next 22 minutes. So we're going to make it. Let's rush it so that we get the best out of it. I've never heard somebody tell about Guardian. What is going on? You guys don't want to hear Guardian today. Let's go.
Who is the princess? Are you taking the Guardian or I should just take it?
Just take it. Your voice looks cute today.
Oh my God. All right. Women say voice.
The big story on The Guardian says estimators peg exchange rate at 1,400 naira per dollar as naira finds fair value. And that story is on page 6. Security agencies mom as search for abducted Kuriga school pupils continues. That story is on page 6. NDLEA intercepts illicit drug consignment in commercial bus engine, arrests 2 grandpas. Delays, uncertainties in student loan scheme compound woes. That story is on page 4. FG lawmakers fault budget padding claim. Kuriwa urges probe. That's on page 3. Governors unveil proactive steps to address food crisis. You can find that story on The Guardian on page 3. Sarah asks NCC to restore blocked phone lines. That story is on page 5. Okay. Yari annual Ramadan feeding program benefits 250,000 households. To stem rising food prices and anger in the land. That story is on page 12 and it's coming from the editorial team. These are all the stories we have on The Guardian this morning.
Well, I can't wait to see the details of this story. Edo Princess. Governors unveil proactive steps to address food crisis. That would be good, you know. That would be a step in the right direction. In the first place, we know that they got 30 billion extra, and they're getting some money extra. You see, this is the thing. I know it look as if I pick on the governors all the time, but I don't know who to pick on. Now, with the removal of oil subsidies, the money the federal government is now getting is more. This money is now shared across the 36 states. So the governors are getting more than they used to get before. It is not out of place to see them really coming together to address these food challenges we have. And it's going to be state by state. It should not be holistic. In fact, if we have our way, we'll be shaming them today. And I'm going to be happy to bring out the governor of Abia State, who has taken his own time to make sure that Abia may be the first state. If they don't achieve it, he has got the headlines for me. For making the plan to make sure Abia have electricity 24/7. That is a governor. That is a governor. We want to see that coming from, you see, now that we hear that from Abia, maybe Anambra say, oh, from next month, there will be enough food in Anambra State. In fact, we'll be selling food. Let us get these governors to work. This story of food is even annoying. It's not something we should be discussing. So to hear this story, I'm sure Princess from Edo State will have more to defend on these people. They said they are coming together. What can they really do, Princess, to save us from this problem? Because I don't want to hear the solution. Because solution, if I want to hear the trouble, I will say more. I'll call the other Abuja. But let me hear maybe what we should expect from the governor. That's exactly what I want to hear from Edo.
I don't know what that governor. I don't know what they are going to come and do together. I only know what Basek is doing.
Okay.
And as soon as the Ministry for Information and Communication gets together, I pass it to SRTV. So he's been doing a lot, and so that I will not speak too much grammar, I will have to go to his office and get him on camera to tell us what the governor has been doing in this regard. Then I'll send it to you to play. That's what I'll do.
Thank you very much. That will be a start. And perhaps that's something I want to really us to all do. I know Princess is in Delta, still in Delta, so she'll be able to get us that. Princess, it would be nice to use this opportunity to challenge this program to actually ask the state governors what they are doing. They said, we heard the news now that they have a plan, a holistic plan to address these food challenges. Understand? What are they really doing? We want to know what they, each of them, even what they have in head. And it is good for them to sit together because it becomes a general challenge. And then they all go home. And this is the kind of thing that can save the country. Because by the time Delta is doing, Edo is doing, you'll be surprised. And I pray it's not toffee ideology. Not to put rice, not to supply rice, but to produce rice. You see, my challenge is this. I sincerely pray that they're not going to tell us, oh, we're going to give 20 bags of rice. We're going to bring in, so we're going to import this. But a honest, like what the young man said, I can produce rice that can feed the country. A man, he said he gave us only 6 months. If he can do that, he doesn't have the resources a governor of the poorest state have. Princess.
Bring him to Edo now. Bring him to Edo now. Are you looking at where you cannot do it? Bring it to Edo.
His approach is nationwide, Princess. His approach is nationwide.
Bring him here now. Let's solve it for you now.
You know what I told him? In fact, there are people in the UK, in America, who will actually invest, and they should forget the government of Nigeria. We don't need the government money. That if you can give us the blueprint, and we have you now. Yes.
Princess is saying you should bring him to Edo. Should come there.
Thank you, my sister. Bring him. This one is story. Bring it. Let's just be giving them. If you want us to the next stage, if you want me to go to anywhere, I'll go. Let's be giving them. Bring them.
No, the truth is, he is currently, to be honest, on a serious note, the guy is currently in Abuja as we speak to have a meeting with the president. And and I'm not being allowed to share the slide or what is presented to the presidency yet. But I think once after the show, which will be within the next 3 days, all will be open. What I love about it is, and perhaps that would be a litmus test, or what do you say? A point of contact. When pastors they pray these days, they are very intelligent. So I will use it as a point of contact.
As a point of contact.
Abi?
And the princess used to do as a point of contact seamlessly.
Okay.
And governor will sit down with you seamlessly. I'm telling you, he'll sit down with you and point of contact. Telling you.
No, but accessibility will be something for this thing, really. So, Princess, let's hear from you before I close on this, because to be honest, if these governors are coming with toffee ideology, Nigerians should revolt. We don't want to hear how they're going to give us rice, because they're going to feed us today, tomorrow there will be no rice. We want to see a clear approach to produce rice, approach to produce maize. If the last time we heard, and the other presidential candidates were crying that Nigeria could take rice as gift from Ukraine, who are in war. Ukraine is fighting war. We are relatively peace. And we keep looking for a world nation to feed ourselves. What a country we are. And we need to see it as a challenge to start to grow grain. No, perhaps we should stop this toffee thing. Buhari went with our money to go and treat himself. If somebody is sick today, if he's sick, they send him abroad to go and treat him. They are trying to pay him money. No, give us hospital. Don't pay my medical bill. Give Nigerians hospitals. And I want to hear that from Princess, because we can provide. These are the intelligent people we have. And I'm going to give you another statistics, which he said. The number of Nigerians, he gave me some. No, that man. I hope we have him on the show soon. I'm coming to that. So, Princess, what do we expect?
Daddy Chris, just bring that man that want to do rice. Yes. When you bring the man, and I put him in many places, meet our governor, we have many things. Once he comes to a place, don't worry, we have the people that will come and put hospital and everything will just start going. Just bring the man, that will be a start.
Okay, the rice, I agree. I agree. What I'm saying it's not even so far. The Princess, what the proof. You know, I set up a project called the Yoruba Agriculture Development Project. The reason I could buy what he said immediately was I had a similar idea. His own he put up a kind of cooperative. A number of farmers who have these acres of land already. All you need to do is, okay, this is what you need. Put this in and go and plant your farm. And these are the things. He's protecting the farms as well. No, he has ideas. And this is not, it's not scientific, it's arithmetic.
Daddy K, once you bring him here, we will give him leaders of community that own all the lands he needs. Then he has farmers at his disposal. Let me not say many things on air. Just bring him here. We'll fix it.
And I'm happy. He will be happy to hear this. I told him, and I even promised him, many of us in diaspora who want to invest. So we don't even need the government giving the people the money. I will be happy to raise money for over 10,000 farmers. You understand? Over 10,000 farmers, I will raise the money. Yes. With this proof, the government will get 30 billion. What is asking from the government is very small. So I said, our brothers in the diaspora will bring in that money and we want to make that profit. You understand? The only reason sometimes we ask for government support is, okay, security. I cannot provide security. He cannot provide the security as much as he can. So we need the state apparatus for this to work. All right. So
and that is. Bring them. I'll sort that for you.
All right. I'm happy he's going to watch the show. I'll send this to him so he knows that we are already prepared. No, on a good day, I'm going to have him in the show in the next 2-3 days, sincerely, and we're going to talk about this. And when he said this, one aspect of it that interests me, he said over the 14 years I've been working on this, and he has sent over 100 Nigerians to Malaysia. So that time you heard Malaysian, our children in Malaysia are killed. What are they doing there? Some of them were actually studying rice production. So they're not coming into it from a novice. That's what you do. You study the people, you steal technology. Now you bring that home. Let it be your own. Not bring somebody from Malaysia to come and farm for us. No, study the technology, use it at home. Because what you study there may not be immediately applicable here. You now begin to adjust it to our system. We can then produce rice that can feed the country. Princess, I know you want to say something.
Is it me? You not indicate.
No, I don't. Better. Can you hear me, Princess?
Yes, sir. Sure, I can.
Yes. So I want to hear. Let's have your input before we jump up, because this rice thing is. I think it should be something we should look into properly. And the reason I said this is all these problems I can see here now. The dollar, the this and that. Because before you know, someone will say, let's open the door. Someone price will come in. So the price of rice will go down. Is that the solution we want? Is that what's going to stabilize the dollar? You find that all our problem is
next month. Next month.
The rice, the rice will stabilize. No, to be honest, rice is important. If this guy can give us rice, imagine if he can give us rice, which is something. My own take is, if an ordinary person will do this for Nigeria, and it's not carrying his phone As I'm talking to you, I don't want to say certain things I have off air. I want to bring him here. You'll be surprised that the guy will have problem meeting with the president on this important issue.
He
Because he
won't
has to
have.
go through this, he has to go through this, he has to go through this. Well,
Adike won't
like
have.
I said, my promise is at the end
Adike
of this
won't
show.
have.
Okay, I
Adike
promise
won't have.
everybody at the end of this show, even as I'm here now, I will start to forward to every one of you what he sent to me. I will do that before the end of this show now. So you have
Adike, it's night meeting. That's
an
what I'm
idea.
saying.
I
We
don't
don't have
expect you to be
problem.
able to digest it, but it's a
Night meeting.
okay. So we have the meeting at night. I
Yeah, it's night
anyway,
meeting.
uh, I don't want to call his name. We have the night meeting coming
Yes.
up. These women, they know what to do. And, all right, let's take a look at any other headline that is interesting in Guardian. Because what I see there is to peg dollar at 1,400 naira is not a mathematical thing. It's not a wishful thing. It's an act of what you have to sell and what you are buying. And it's simple arithmetic. By the time the country ends up selling more than they are going to buy, then things can get better. If Nigeria can just stop importing foreign cars, those people in the Senate, if they stop using foreign cars, if they stop sending their children abroad to study, if they stop exporting themselves for medical treatment, the amount of money we spend outside will be less than the one we bring in. That is the simple arithmetic. This whole story they are telling us is, for me, I don't understand it.
Um,
Okay. There's a story here also I really want us to speak on. And that story is security agency's mom as search for adopted Kuriga school pupils continue. We did talk about, insecurity already. And of course, Princess, I love the fact that you said they should come to your states to invest and all that. But you did say also that sometimes we don't need the government, we don't need governor, you go through certain people. But I also love the fact that Daddy Chris says he cannot provide security. Now, in everything we do, the situation of the country right now, the only thing I'm worried about is insecurity, especially for farmers. It's in this part where I am right now. I don't know about Edo, so I'm going to speak as regarding what's happening here in the part of Delta State I'm in right now. It's been a daily event here. That farmers in my mother's village, for instance, of course, I was there for some time for my mom's funeral, and you could see that a lot of people, the farmers, are no longer going to farms, they are home. This they tie to herders, farmers clashes here and there, and we all know that story and the way it's still going. And so, if security agencies are more, there's this cliche that most times security agencies do not have to speak about their plan. We don't have to know, but they are working on the ground. It is a lie, if you
That's
ask me.
true.
I
They
say
don't
it
have.
here categorically, it's a lie. They don't have any plans. Of course, if they have plans, we would have been seeing the plans. And so, and this is why apparently other people, external body are coming in to want to poke nose or to want to help because they feel like we failed as a nation. Whatever it is, regardless of what we're doing, we should consider security of people involved, and that's one. And then at the quiz, I saw a story as well, one headline here that is say, I saw a headline here about, I'm looking for that particular headline. That is something I want to talk about, where we talk about the student loan
Yes, I think
to launch on Thursday. And
yes.
then we are
I think
seeing foreign students now saying they want inclusion, they should be carried along.
ha, what is it? Where did you
Yes.
go for abroad?
That is a very big thing. Do you think we want to sideline them or they should be carried along? This is, they are Nigerians also living there. So because I saw the debates on Twitter already, and I'm
Mhm.
saying that, the country right now, like what you said, going abroad for to school to study for medicals. It's not something that we should be doing at this time because of, the naira crisis. And then saying that they should be carried along. It was a fierce debate last night when I was just following the comment section, Daddy Chris.
Yes. You see, for me, if you take Nigerian resources to go and study abroad, to come and study economics, which you can study in Nigeria, woe unto you. You understand? Woe unto you. You only go out to study what you don't have, especially at this critical time. For politicians taking advantage of our poor school and sending their children abroad, and they expect us, because what will happen is, if you say the foreign students should be included, politicians will use that again. They will say they want foreign money. They will not ask for, how much are we looking for? It's 500,000. 500,000 naira will not pay. A school fees of a child in England is 14,000 pounds, which is almost 30 million naira.
A bottle of champagne for you, Daddy Chris. Bottle of champagne.
Bottle of champagne. Thank you. You understand? Because what you're talking about. So bringing the foreign students in is a mockery. What they're already getting is more than what a home student will get. So let us not even go there. And the question is, what are they learning that is so beneficial to Nigeria? Everything should be of what benefit is it to the nation. Your father, because he's rich, sent you outside because he doesn't want you not to go through what we are going through. He sent you, and now you are asking us, because it's our money, it's not his money. 90% is our money. You understand? And now you are asking us for the small one we want to give to the Jesus Christ says it's not right to give the food of the children to the dogs. The ones left for the dogs. You said we should share it with you.
Yes,
and so that your father will help us more.
No equity there.
No, nah. They should be banned. They should not. In fact, let us see where they come from. I'm here with them in the UK. If I see any foreign student, I'll ask them, what are you doing here? What are you studying law here? What do you have here in Nigeria? And
God.
Knowledge is knowledge. In UK, what they will study, I'm doing law at the moment. The same law curriculum is the same thing they teach you there. The principle of law is not different from Nigeria here. And even if I study law here, it doesn't mean it's even applicable in Nigeria. I have to go to the Nigerian bar school to be able to practice law. So why come here to come and study law?
Daddy K, let's ask Blessing our opinion. Blessing, what do you think?
I thank you for setting it.
The headline was somewhat funny. That you are abroad studying. I don't know. For me, when I hear that people go abroad to study, I don't feel that if you don't get money, if you don't hold yourself, I understand the whole scholarship something and all, but if you no hold ground, you no stand gidigba, you no go enter plane comot.
Thank you.
So
babe.
for me, my opinion, they should allow the poor Nigerian students like me. I studied a 4 years course for 8 years. That's double. So
maybe that is the reason that they go abroad. Blessing. Have you thought about it?
If you have money to go abroad, why not enroll in a private university here
and study?
Private university.
Yeah, that's the point.
No, I'm not even saying if you can go abroad, then you can study in a private university here in Nigeria.
Sharp.
So
yeah, that's another one.
I met a lady yesterday, last night, that she told me that her daughter at the school she's attending in private university, her school fees for a session is almost like they've increased to 1.4, 1.5.
But Princess, and that is nothing. That is nothing compared to 14 million, or compared to 30 million.
And the money is in Nigeria. They are spending it here. It's here. They are paying it here.
Exactly. Yeah. If you spend that money in Nigeria, we are free. But if you take it outside, that is where the dollar is where it is. The dollar is what it is because of that.
Blessing, that is sharp. That private school idea, very sharp.
Yes. So they could spend our naira in Nigeria. But if you decide that your feet is strong, you stand gidigba, and you leave the shores of the country, please allow the Nigerian students to eat the crumbs. It's not like the money is plenty. Let them eat the crumbs that are falling from the table.
Thank you, my daughter. Let me add to that. You know what I said, Princess? I support a situation where we go outside to study. You know, situations like that. We want to know Malaysia is good at producing rice. Then the government sponsors some people to go and learn rice production. That is why it is done. Not some fools. Anybody go and study sociology in the US, raping us of our money.
I go school. I get foreign results.
And he knows that the school is going to be useless for the country. In fact, this is bad. And we cannot allow it. So, Princess, to answer your questions, I don't know whether we'll answer your question. I'll allow you to roll it from there.
Yes, of course. That answered the question. I saw the debate yesterday. Of course, we had different opinions as well. The reasons as to why people travel for studies, and the reason why Nigerians should, the government should not even give it a thought at all. And then there's this story as well. Just before we go, Princess, massive protest in Edo over impeachment plot against Shaibu. That story is one of the main story here on the First News.
Are you saying that there are protests? Can you see protests?
It's propaganda. When I saw the story, me self went there, I did shock. I did shock like this. Because women, they go market, people, they go school. Nobody on the street, man. Nobody. Okay. That impeachment issue has long been coming. So I really don't think we should hide behind anybody. The DG is my friend. His office is my friend. I work there. It's my friend, you know. But this is a legal tussle. And when elephants fight, like you said, Princess, it's the ground that will suffer. So I don't want anybody to stand for me. So when you now start saying people are protesting because of this, personally, number one, I can't see any protest in the metropolis. There's no protest. The ring road is clear. You came through ring road. The ring road is clear. We are all here. Everything is moving on fine. It's just that today is Monday. Yes. Today is when I think we need to go to the House of Assembly very shortly. They are going to be looking at the final of the issue today. It's been long coming. They've been postponing it. Sorry, I beg, forgive me and all that, until they served him on Wednesday. And everywhere has been calm. Everywhere is calm. I don't know where the headline is come. I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it popping up. I saw it last night. I've been seeing it, but everywhere is calm. There's no protest here.
You know what I said?
If I see anything, I'll send it in, but so far there's no protest here.
You know what I said? I said that, when Abiola won the election, he went to the Oba of Benin then. And Oba of Benin said something to him. He prays that God give him the spirit to accept that which he cannot change. And my advice to Chabu is, may God give him the spirit to accept that which he cannot change. Because he's in a battle, I don't see him winning. You understand? And that is the situation. It may not be right, it might be wrong, but this battle is going to be hard for Shaibu to skate through.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. The players are tough. You have the speaker, like before, the house was just coming in. So everywhere was new. But Obaseki is a very good tactician. And right now the house is consolidated and they are speaking one voice. It's so gonna be hard. Well, it's politics. Never can tell these guys. But for me, it's hard.
All right.
Anyway, we'll wait and see the outcome.
Sir.
Yeah. We're coming to the end. Actually, I was taking Princess to now wrap up the show because I can get some break. Because this is what you will get when the old man is going to take a break. Princess was already taking over, and that is how it has been.
Daddy Prince, please, sir, yeah. Please, sir. I would appeal. I don't know if anybody will second my motion. I know that your beds are whiter than all our hair. But I will appeal that you should stop saying the old man, because I can't see any old man here. I only see that Prince.
Okay, let me ask this. Did you see anybody with this one here? With something white here?
I already thought about it.
Our own is blonde.
Look my hair.
Thank you, babe.
Your own is blonde. It's artificial. My own is real. All right. All right, thank you.
Yeah, David, that would not be where they give out Sherry. Bloody Prince, please don't be being like this.
Don't give me a Sherry, give me another one. That the kids don't do that kind of thing. Thank you so much, women. It's a wonderful time, and we had. I think we've done it today. It's exactly we want to do this show for just 1 hour 30 minutes. It's 90 minutes. It's 94 minutes now, actually, and I think it's a good place to wrap the show. I'll give you everybody a chance to say one thing to Nigeria. Let's start from Princess at Delta. Princess, what do you have to say to Nigeria today? We've missed your voice, and I know you always tell us to drive safely. I know you have a lot to say. What do you have to say to us today?
I didn't get that, sir.
No, I said, could you tell us what's your message for Nigerians? This is where we are. What's your advice for us going out today? It's Monday. It's a new week.
Yes, of course. I've always been, someone who has covered the road safety and VIO for a long time now. We always tell people, there's this rush that comes with Monday. There is this, energy that comes with Monday, but as well, we appeal to Nigerians. We appeal to vehicle users. We appeal to people applying different routes to be careful. Sometimes, the rush, you say, oh, I'm rushing, it's Monday and all that. But take care, obey the traffic laws, like I always say on the show, and make sure you don't beat traffic as well. Make sure your papers are complete, you do the right thing. There's this, especially in Abuja, we all know it is in Abuja when people start to tell you, oh, road safety, not the day this road, make a pass here, and all why they rush. But for the safety of you and others as well, please drive carefully, stay calm, and of course, remember that peace is always priceless. So let's always give peace a chance. That will always be the watchword.
Thank you very much. Always give peace a chance. Do you agree in Abuja? Or you guys think?
We do.
Do you? Okay, if give peace a chance, that's what Abuja is saying. Edo, is that the case?
Yeah, let's be the change we want to see.
All right, I agree. Let's be the change we want to be, but I don't want to give peace a chance. I want to give justice a chance. I don't like peace. I like justice. You understand? That's the problem. I like justice. That's a good place to wrap the show. As I told you before, I have the powerful women and they never disappoint me. This is what you'll be seeing. Today is SRTV at its best. We have SRTV London, Edo, Abuja, and Delta. Soon we have SRTV Lagos and maybe Asaba. Asaba will take over Delta when Princess is no more. We'll be back in London. So that is where we say let's have it wrap. Thank you. And for those of you that doesn't know, we are in preparation for Nigerian Week London 2024. It is ongoing. The heat is on. The press release is just out today. It's now, the details are now on our, if you go to our blog, you see the details. And there's another event we are organizing this year in Minnesota, United States of America. It's called AMASAF. That's America, Asia, and Africa Cultural and Business Event. Again, that is happening in the US. That is actually towards Black History Month in October. But the Nigerian Week is in July, as we normally do it. The heat is on, so let us get ready. Those of you at home and those of us here, we want to put us together and make this happen again this year. Thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow, same time, and do what we do best. Becky, I'm going to say this to Becky before we go. You see Becky with your style. This one is real. Her own is artificial because they keep telling me to stop this. All right. Let's close the show today. Thank you all and goodbye. Say God bless.
Are you tired of endless search for the perfect property? Look no further. Let SRTV Real Estate be your trusted partner in the journey to finding your dream home.
We can offer you a dream home in a serene environment and beautiful ambience, surrounded with modern nature. That's definitely what you crave for. Well, you asked for it, and here we have it. Why not live the best of your dreams by making do with time, space, and value? The smartest form of real estate investment is that which is done at the initial public offer.
Join the long list of satisfied clients who have chosen SRTV Real Estate for all their property needs. We pride ourselves in turning your dreams into homes.
Act today. Secure your slice of a palace, even on a flexible payment plan, and embark on a journey towards a brighter tomorrow.
Your dream is valid, living in a place of fabulous wealth and great opportunities. Don't compromise the standards of living. Explore the world of vast opportunities by investing in SRTV Real Estate today. Superb location, habitable, accessible, attractive, and a secret to every smart investor. For your real estate, SRTV is trusted and reliable. Contact us today with the number on the screen or email us at realestate@superiorradioandtelevision.com.